there's so much more than just what it looks like in that 30-second Instagram. And I think
Yeah.
that people don't realize, maybe you can, shed some light on this, but like there's a lot of stress in these people, would you say sometimes?
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's the old saying, more money, more problems, but I think it's shitty mindset, more problems.
Madison Malloy, inspirational, driven, adding value, really trying to make a difference in the lives of human beings. Did you
Mhm.
always think that you were going to be in this space? Like, where were you before? Like, what did you do before you got into transforming lives?
Well, I was, I've always had like a big heart. I've always, it's hard for me to walk away. I'm very loyal. So that's was always kind of ingrained in me. But when I was younger, I just wanted to be rich because I wanted to have that, external validation that we all needed. I'll show you guys I made it. So I naturally gravitated towards finance and went to Wall Street and got there and realized I'm like, oh God, this cannot be the rest of my life. I can't do. It wasn't just Wall Street. It was a positive experience, but it was just corporate America. Just being so put in a box and not being able to express who you are and add more value. It's like this is what you were given, and then that was all you could do. And I didn't realize I had such a creative side. So I finally stepped out of that box and took the chance, especially with the housing crisis of 2008, made it very easy, and decided, well, it's my life. I might as well go take a risk. And I started doing stand-up comedy. And although there was a lot of hardships that come with being an artist and giving up your health insurance and your paycheck, the joy you were bringing to people was something that you just couldn't get in a drug. It was a high you couldn't get in a drug. And the lifestyle was tough, but it led me into writing and creating. And now I have a book out. I've got three other books coming out this year and moving more into motivational speaking and coaching. So everything happens for a reason. I still do stand up. I get dragged on stage and I'm having fun with it. And you want to know why? I'm detached from the outcome. That is the key.
So you don't really, I mean, you don't care. I mean, you're just like, I'm going to do me and whatever happens, happens. And it's just, if they like me, they like me. If they don't like me, who, who cares? Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, but in a healthy way. Like I don't care in a healthy way. It's not that I'm like not showing up and giving my best, but I think it's when you detach from a specific outcome, you let the energy and you let God do what it needs to do. And then you allow the best things to happen. You can't mess up things that are meant for you. Things that are meant for you will not pass you by. So you don't need to stress so much about life and overcomplicate it. You just need to learn to relax, take inspired action, take action every day towards your goals, but just let life happen around you. And that was something I struggled with for a very long time. But once I finally just said, you know what, everything's happening for me, not to me, everything just became easier. When bad stuff happens or when, like, relationships don't work out, I'm just like, well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. Why dwell in it? I'm only getting closer to death, so I might as well enjoy what I got.
Good and bad of Wall Street.
The good was the money. The bad was having to ask for vacation time, you know? Like what the
So,
fuck was
so, so
that?
you, so you, so you do like the freedom of your life now. I mean, it was a more structured, killing it, grinding it every day on Wall Street. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and I do enjoy structure, but I also think it's important that people have freedom and not be fearful. I mean, I used to have anxiety if I wanted to like ask for a day off, and it's like you're working your ass off. Why are you feeling this way? Why are you? But a lot of our conflicts are all internal. I just couldn't deal with. I think everybody's goal, and you are a big proponent of this, is freedom. Creating freedom in your life, especially financial freedom. That is when you're truly free. It's not about buying houses that impress people, cars that impress people, bags. None of that shit matters. When you are truly happy financially, is when you're free to control your time. And that's what I think we should all aim for. When you have full control over your time, you have crushed it. Because the guy with a yacht doesn't necessarily control his time. So don't get those two confused.
Well, that's important that you talk about that because then I want to dive a little bit even deeper into that because you saw it. I mean, you were around a lot of really wealthy people, people with a lot of money, And
Yeah.
I don't think people talk about the fact that when you have massive amounts of assets, when you have multiple homes and cars that are, a fleet of cars. I mean, people don't realize that that stuff costs money. And every
Yeah.
car has to have insurance on it. And there's so much more than just what it looks like in that 30-second Instagram. And I think
Yeah.
that people don't realize, maybe you can, shed some light on this, but like there's a lot of stress in these people, would you say sometimes?
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's the old saying, more money, more problems, but I think it's shitty mindset, more problems. It's good to have endless amounts of money, but you don't need endless amounts of shit. It's when we start consuming so much shit, so many cars, so many homes, so many this, that things get out of control because now it's like our whole passion in our life became another business. The happiest people are the people that own the least, meaning when they don't need it, they're getting rid of it. And I feel that true freedom. Like for me, I live very simply. I'm not a hoarder. If it doesn't belong, I get rid of it. I like that type of thing. If it stay, my friends have a joke, if you stay too long in her place, she'll throw you out. It's just one of those, like, in the trash. But I have the ability to literally, because I don't own a bunch of crap, to within 6 hours completely change my location. That is pure freedom. Like pack up all my shit and I'm gone. I mean, it just sounds like that's like a hostile situation, but it's not. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not tied down. And so sometimes when we have too many possessions, we actually tie ourselves down mentally. So if that's what you want, you should go out and get it. But make sure your intention of why you're buying these things is positive. Because if your intention is not positive, they will bring you problems. So if your intention is to impress somebody outside of yourself, your intention is not good, and that will bring you problems. But if
I
your
love
intention
that.
is, I just really love this car, I just really love these homes, I've worked really hard, now I can have people come visit me, you're not going to have as many problems because your mindset's in a positive place.
If you like this video and you want to watch another one, click right here.